Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. This video is for Future Homemakers of America series, and it's going to be a series for a few weeks where I'm covering different areas of the home in hopes to encourage and help you as a new bride, a new homemaker, someone setting up their home for the first time, or maybe somebody that's been doing it for a while that just needs to go return to the basics to kind of set things up. So I am a mom of 10 and I've been doing this homemaking thing for about almost 30 years. So I've got some little things that I've learned over the years and things that I've done to like save money, just different things that I've done to make my life more efficient. And so that is what I'm going to share with you today. I am by no means an expert, but I feel like you get bombarded with a whole lot of extra fluff online. So I just want to get you back to the basics to encourage you. So today we're going to talk about the area of the home that probably gets overlooked. It's the bathroom. We've been going through different areas. The bathroom is one. That's why I'm sitting in my bathtub here. Very basic area, but some things that you can do to help your path in setting up your home as a homemaker. So today we're going to cover what essentials you really need for your bathroom, how to organize everything, and the best way to clean your bathroom efficiently. This is going to be practical, easy to follow, and save you time and stress. So grab your notebook and let's get into today's video. And also, a little side note, I'm going to give you an excerpt of my book, Large Family Mothering. I've been doing, I wrote a book many years ago when I was in the throes of having young children at home. My kids are getting older now. And so I wrote this to encourage other moms. And I'm like, it still is very relatable to today. So I'm going to give you that part of the chapter of the book linked below along with some other freebies as well. So let's get into today's video. Okay, you're going to go set up your bathroom. What are some things you absolutely need? Now, when you go, I remember being like setting up my home for the first time and also like moving. We've moved a lot over the years and you get different things for different homes. And it's like, what do you actually need to help your bathroom run where it's not a lot of bit too much taken care of, too much extras, and just enough that you can manage? How many towels do you need in your family? I think it depends on the number of people in your family and how much you can store. That's going to be the key. Now, when we had a lot of little kids at home, we would have one towel per person. And what we do is we hang up that towel after every single bath, because they were clean, obviously, to hang up, and then I'd wash them during the week. Now, you might not have that availability in your home. So if you get 2 towels for each kid, and then make sure that you get them washed during that time. Now, if you can't do a wash load all the time, you might need like 3 to 4 towels per person. It just depends on your household and what you need. I know for myself, it's like I have a towel for my hair and a towel for my body. So I make sure that I have 4 towels. And so 4 towels, so I use mine, I hang them up after every use, and then, during the week, usually 2 or 3 times I've used it, and then I'll throw it in the laundry and I'll get a new one out and rotate that out. So my kids do the same thing now. They have a couple towels per, I was just thinking how many, we've downsized, so based on each person. And so after they're done, they kind of hang some up. But if they don't hang them up, there's always a towel in there. So you only need a few towels per person. And so my recommendation, now, don't be hating on me if you like dark towels. Dark towels usually always get fuzzies on them, and they get pilings on them. Pilings, sometimes, a lot of different towels do. The little fuzzy things. Now, if you get dark ones, they're going to get all those little light colored fuzzies, so be prepared for that. Would I recommend pure white towels? Maybe, if you want to be able to bleach them, that's fine. In your washer, that's good. I always go for like a lighter colored towel, just to it just makes it easier. And then if you have multiple bathrooms, get multiple towels for different bathrooms if you can. I know for us, we have one for ours, I have one for my girls, and I have one for my boys. It makes for laundry easier because when we're folding and putting away, I don't have to go, oh, make sure there's 6 towels in the boys' bathroom, make sure there's 10 towels in the girls' bathroom. We just know that blue towels go to the boys, the girls get, I think they have pink and purple right now, towels. So it just makes it easier to know where they go. So that's a good way to decipher which towels go where. If you can't, and you can just do a few, do whatever you can do in your home. That was just something that I've learned over the years that I wish I would have done sooner, just to make it a little bit easier. So another thing you're gonna need is some hand towels in your bathroom. So I found that we've collected and accumulated many over the years, and I realized that we just need 2 for each bathroom, because you put one up, and then when that dirty's, take it down and put another one up. If you have a bathroom that people frequent often, we have a guest bathroom off of our kitchen here, and I find that I have enough for the week. So we put one up just because we've accumulated. When I go out and buy that, no, but we've been doing this for a long time. We have them, and so I just put them out. Every day it gets changed, every single day in your bathroom. So that works in your family. For washcloths, it depends on how much you use a washcloth in your home. You might not use washcloths. You might just use scrubbies or hands. I don't know what you do in your household. We'd always get those big packs from Walmart for like $4 or $5. That's what they used to be. And then we would just use those, and that worked well. It just depends, again, on your size of your household and what you need. And maybe you don't even need washcloths. It just depends on what you need. The thicker washcloths are nicer, but they do take a little bit more to dry, I feel like. And then like the thinner ones, you can kind of hang them up and they'll kind of dry if you hang them in your shower, you know, over your sink and things like that, so you can reuse them the next day. So whatever situation you have in your home and what if you use it or not, those are good tips for the amount of towels you need. And then once those washcloths get yucky and kind of ripped, you know what I would do? I would take and cut them, and I'd throw them in my rag drawer. And then whenever my husband needed a rag, or we need a rag for something, or I needed to clean something like the grill or something, I didn't want to, you know, re-wash a sponge or something, I would use the rags. And so if you cut them right away, throw them in your laundry, do your thing, then you know that they are rags. That's a good tip for knowing to decipher which one's good, which one's bad. Shower and bath supplies. It just depends on what you have in your home. I always recommended having a shower curtain with a shower liner. Now we have done both, where it's the plastic liner and then we've had the fabric liner. I personally like the fabric liner better because you can throw it in the laundry. That works really good. The plastic ones are good, but they're just a little bit more harder to work with and you would need to clean them. I would always just kind of do them in the tub and we'd wash and put a little bit of bleach in there and get them clean that way, disinfect that way. But the fabric one is nice because you can just throw it in the laundry. So I always like that. So the liner ones work good. I personally don't like the one that's all in one, even though they have them, because I find that like that gets bad fast. If you just get the liner, you can just throw the liner away. If you need a new one, put a new one up in your outside shower curtain, works good. So that is what I recommend for there. A shower caddy is nice, hanging that over the shower. Like, you know, the little, where the spout comes out, and get one that fits your shampoo bottles. I've lived in this house, I'm older, and we have a shower caddy. It does not fit the way that our shower head is and everything, my shampoo bottles. So it's one of those things that, yes, it's about $20, $15 at the store, but it's one thing you'll probably never replace. So I always recommend one that fits your shampoo. I like to have a place for my razor. I like to have a place that holds soap so it's easier to clean, and I like a place that holds a toothbrush because we brush our teeth in the shower. So this, what we got, we used the one that we had, and so I just got a little holder for the wall that suction to the wall, and we use a toothbrush in there, and it's just a little cup. It's got holes in the bottom. We put that in there, but that works good for us. If you have it on the caddy, just make sure it's not gonna fall off every time you hit it, because now you hit it and things fall down. It happens, right? So recommend the kind that fits your shampoo bottles, very nice. Up on your wall is kind of good, and it stays out of the way. It's not on the corners, not on shelves, so you have to worry about cleaning. Okay, what else do you need for a bathroom? You're gonna need a trash can. You're gonna need a trash can in your bathroom. My personal recommendation is a closed trash can in your bathroom. If you cannot, that's understandable. We have done the dollar ones for many years and put grocery bags in them and used them. That was great. But what I have found is that they get a little more stinkier in the bathroom because that's a natural thing. You're throwing away women product, things like that. So a closed trash can is awesome if you can in your bathroom. That's one thing I do recommend. I know it's gonna be a little bit more, but if you can invest once and have it, that's a great thing. I really like the ones that you just touch with your foot, because then it flips up and you can put it inside. So we've had the ones where it's a little button you kind of push, but you still have to touch it. So the foot one is kind of nicer to have that option. Something else that I think most people forget when they get into have a bathroom situation is a plunger. You need a plunger. My best recommendation would be a plunger for every bathroom, or at least one on each floor. So I know in our old house we had one at each one, and it was nice because you're gonna need it. You may not use it for a long time, but when you need it, you need it. If you don't have it, it's really bad. So get yourself a plunger. You're gonna need a plunger. Plunger, it's one of those things you have, you store. It's like, ugh, the plunger's sitting out in the bathroom, but it's there. It's gonna have to be used. So get yourself a plunger. Like I said, if you can put one in each bathroom, that's even better. It's kind of like one of those things you just kind of set kind of behind your toilet, and it kind of out of sight, out of mind, but it's gonna be there. So a plunger is necessary. Something else you're gonna need when you're setting up your bathroom is gonna be a first aid kit. This is one of those things that when you need a Band-Aid, or you need some hydrocortisone cream, or you need some antibiotic cream, you don't have it, you're gonna run to the store and go get it. So set yourself up a kit. You can go buy those fancy kits at the store, that's fine, but I found, and I've been doing homemaking, gone through 10 kids, Most of those kits have a lot of extra fluff that you never use. By the time you actually use the little, little tiny containers of the alcohol wipes or whatever, they go dry. So I recommend getting yourself, I'm gonna put a freebie below, and it's gonna be a list of basic things that I recommend keeping in your medicine cabinet as a first aid kit. And then also a easy first aid like instruction, things that you should know how to treat and do. Like if you go through an allergy attack, or if you're, you get a cut, different things, you get a burn, different things that you can do to help. Just simple basic things that sometimes I have found over the years that I've had people that ran to the ER over everything. Friends, they go to the doctor for every little bump and bruise, and I'm like, those weren't necessary, and they would send him home too. And I understand emergencies, but just little things that just common sense, just real basic, just so you know if you had to take care of a child or another person. So linked below, I will leave that. Some things that we have in our medicine cabinet that are very basic is we always have some kind of pain reliever, either ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Both of them work really well. Both do different things. Think ibuprofen and Motrin, those kind of the same. They are more of if you have inflammation. So think that kind of thing. And you can use it for pain as well, but acetaminophen is more for pain, fever, that kind of thing. But both will work, but they hone in on different areas. So personally, we do a lot of ibuprofen. That's just something that we keep in our cabinet all the time. We don't take it all the time, but it's in there for anytime we need it. Band-aids, you're gonna need a Band-aid. Put Band-aids in, don't get cheap ones. The cheap ones will lose their stickiness, so get the nicer ones. You can buy the name brand at the no-name brand at the store, but just make sure that they're better quality. Like dollar store ones usually are not that good. Get them if you have little kids that need Band-aids all day long and they don't really need them, get the dollar store ones, but you need to get a good quality Band-aid. The fabric ones are a little bit nicer because they stay on better. They don't look as pretty, but they do stay better on the skin. Get a tube of hydrocortisone cream and antibiotic cream. That's great to put on something real quick if you have it, or if you have some kind of reaction to something, great to throw on real quick. Little tubes you can get at the store. Hydrogen peroxide and alcohol, good to have in your cabinet. It's one of those things that you probably will not use it very often, but when you need it, it's good to have on hand. Allergy medicine, that is something that good to have on hand. Even just one little sample of like a Benadryl or antihistamine, because if you have an allergic reaction, and that happens, and it's happened many times over my life and with kids, and so it's good that they say, okay, immediately take an allergy pill and see if it calms down. So if you don't have it, you have to go to the store and get it. So just having some on hand is a nice thing. When you have little kids, having a thermometer is very nice. That's something that we've kind of weaned away from over the years, just not having little ones, because we don't have to worry so much about how high and how hot they do get. But when you have little ones, it's nice to be able to monitor so that because if it gets to a certain temperature, you have to be very aware to take them to the emergency room. We've only had that happen one time over the course of 30 years. And so, but having a thermometer is nice to have it. Just the under the arm, they've got those ones you put on the forehead. They've got so much better ones than the old style one where you had to actually read it. So get one, stick it in your cabinet, it'll be there, you'll have it. A bug spray and sunscreen, depending on what your views are on it, are good to have in there because it depends on your area as well. Just something to keep on hand. There's a lot of natural remedies you can do, but again, it's your views on those two products and whether or not you choose to keep them in your cabinet. What are some other things you need? You're gonna need some toilet paper. Oh yeah. Toilet paper you're gonna need. What's nice to have is Kleenexes. I did not realize that was not a staple in people's homes. When I grew up, my mom had a Kleenex box in every single room, and the pretty ones. So you were in the living room, you can get a Kleenex. You were in the kitchen, you could get a Kleenex. You were in the bathroom, you could get a Kleenex. But then when I got married and went to other people's homes, I realized that most people don't have Kleenexes. They're like, oh, here's some toilet paper. And we have done that many times where we didn't have them at home, and I'm like, oh, here's a roll of toilet paper, just use that. But Kleenex box it's something good to have, and you can get the no-name brand ones. They are good, but just try to avoid the scratchy, old, not very good cheap ones. Those don't feel good when you got to really blow your nose. So Kleenexes, that's important to have on hand. Obviously, you're going to need some toothbrushes, toothpaste, flossers, that kind of stuff that you use for your oral care. And then your personal care products, shampoo, conditioner, your razor, soap, whatever you use in your home, everybody is different. I have found that fancy schmancy things you really can get by without those. And as we would just, it's everybody's hair type, everybody's different. We have just used the cheapy ones on hair and it's worked just fine. As you get older or you have certain hair types, I realize that certain kinds of shampoos do work better on others, but don't just assume that the $15 bottle of shampoo is the best one out there. I have had my girls grow up and become teenagers, get their jobs, and they go out and buy the fancy shampoos and conditioners, and then they use them for a little bit and they're like, wow, I don't like the way it makes my hair feel. And I was like, really? I have one that I use and it's Ren Pure and I've been using it for years. It's like $8 a bottle, but it'll last me 2-3 months and I wash my hair almost every day. And then they didn't like their shampoo. They bought their $15 smelly, beautiful name brand one you buy at Target. And they were like, I don't really like it. So I'm like, well, don't throw it away. I'll use it, you know? So I used it on my hair and I was like, wow, I can feel how this just coats your hair and it's really hard to get off and you just feel that film on your body. So don't think that just the expensive ones are gonna be the way to go. You gotta find what works good, but sometimes old school ones that have been around for quite some time, are really that good. And then body washes, the same thing. Bar soap works well. They have antibacterial soap that works good and cleans and rinses off your body very well. You don't need all, and this will be controversial for people that do a lot of skincare. Good old-fashioned soap and water work miracles. I have been a teenager. I've been a girl for a long time, and you're going to go through seasons and phases with acne, things like that. But I have found the seasons that I kind of fell into that trap of I got to have all these facial things. I got to have all this. I got to do all these skincare things on my face. Or if I don't have these good moisture, you know, all these things to put on the chemicals and all these cleansers, I'm not going to do good. And I found that, you know what, good old fashioned water, soap, getting out the sun every day does miracles for your skin. So again, you're going to have to use your own judgment and everything, but just think basics. Think, what are you putting on your body? And for what purpose? Always a thought. Okay, what are some things you can skip? Now, you don't have to. You can have these things, but things that I've purchased over the years that I never ended up using after a while were fancy covers for tissues. Yeah, get rid of that because your boxes will change. Toothbrush holders, fancy cups to have on your sink. You still got to clean them, so it's one of those extra things. Fancy toilet brush holders, things like that, like just simple, basic, fancy rugs. Okay, you can always get your packs of rugs. I always find less is best in a bathroom. Less is best, my personal opinion. Rugs get dirty. If you have kids, they will pee or have an accident close to the toilet on them. They smell. We had the rugs around the toilet for so many years, and I realized, wow, if I'm not washing these every day, these can get bad. Take it off for a little bit and just clean it each day, wipe it up real quick, and you'll see real quick why rugs are not good around your toilet. So think like toilet covers, the covers for the seats. We did all those things too, and I realized, you know what, just having a plain old toilet works a whole lot better. You know, maybe doing like one bath rug in there is helpful, or a mat is good. Having something that you can pick up after a bath or a shower and put over the tub to dry is a great tip. I have found, like I said, less is usually always best. Less cleaning is what you'll end up doing. Now that we have the essentials for the bathroom, let's talk organization. A cluttered bathroom can feel overwhelming. Anything cluttered in your home can feel overwhelming. But with a few simple habits, you keep it tidy and functional. Tips I've learned over the years: keep your countertops clean and free of anything. It's tempting to come in here and put like a decoration on your countertop. Right now I have a candle on mine burning. But like I put like, oh, my countertops are so empty. I should put like a cute decoration up here. I should do this. It just accumulates dust and dirt. It's one more thing you have to clean. So limit it and keep it just to your hand soap that you use and a toothbrush if you want to leave it out. I personally like my toothbrush in a drawer. Again, you got to do whatever's good for you, but hidden, put away, just very minimal on the countertops. And we used to keep our toothbrushes. Sometimes you might be tempted to just put on the countertop, put it in a cup or a holder. But you know what's even better? Put it in your drawer. Put it in a drawer if you can. Again, I don't know how yours works. Now, as I'm getting older, you know what I do? Getting smarter. I keep one in my shower because I get a shower every single morning. I brush my teeth in the shower, but I don't like to jump in the shower and get my toothbrush out at night, so I keep one in my drawer as well. So if you can do two, do two. But again, depends on your situation and what you have. Our old house, the shower was real easy just to grab it out of here. Here I got to actually physically step in the shower to get it. So 2 places is good. Put it inside your drawer, out of the countertop, and keep it clean and clear. For makeup and skincare, keep all your stuff in a drawer. Keep it in the drawer, out of the way, or have like a little makeup bag you keep everything in, or a nice little container. I know when I lived in our other home, I would have a nice little caddy, and I had like a little quote unquote, it was my closet. I put a chair in there. I had a mirror put in there. And that was my little zone to go in there, and that's where I would do my makeup instead of sitting and doing it in front of the mirror. And so I had a little makeup caddy, and it had the few things that I do use. So wherever you're at, just keep it all together in one spot. For your cabinet and drawer organization, use little containers to keep everything together. Now I know you can watch a ton of videos of people that organize everything perfectly, and those are awesome. Those are great to do. I used to just use, you know what I did back in the day before, those clear containers that were a little more expensive? I have those now. We would get the dollar shoe containers and just throw the lids away. Those worked great to slide up on the shelves in the bathroom. And so then each one would hold shampoos, one would hold toothbrushes, toothpaste, flossers, things like that. And so it was just easier to look in the container versus it just scattered all over the closet shelf. So have them in containers that you can put them. We have one central location for all of our supplies, and then we take them to the different bathrooms. Then in the drawers, we have little organizers of things that we would use in the drawers in little containers. And you can get those relatively inexpensively now. Now, if you're low on space, then you have to become like frugal and get real creative with how you're going to store your things, correct? So if you don't have a lot of space, roll your towels. That takes up less space. If you have hair tools, install a rack on the back of the door of your cabinet space underneath. That's something you can do in your home, you know, if you need to. Those are things you can look up online to use. We would do in some of our bathrooms that were a little bit smaller, didn't have a lot of space, we would do those over the toilet storage racks. That worked really good. We had that for the girls' bathroom downstairs at our old house because they really didn't have a lot of storage, and we just got some real nice ones with a lot of shelves, a lot of cabinets on it, and it worked good to store everything they needed for their bathroom. For your shower organization, keep only what you use daily. If you don't use it all the time, don't keep it in there. So in my bathroom, a shower caddy, I have my shampoo and conditioner. That's what I use. Have a razor for myself, and then a bar of soap in there. That's what I use. If you don't use stuff all the time, don't keep it in your shower. Keep it put away in a closet cabinet just to have less clutter. And then when you're also done with your shampoo bottles, soap bottles, my recommendation is get the pump ones because it's less mess. But if you have the kind that you gotta squeeze out and turn, those get buildup on them, so make sure you rinse them off. So a better recommendation is get one with a pump. Even go find one on Amazon, then you can just keep refilling over and over just to use. It's less mess and you use less. I found that. I have had 6 girls in a household and in a bathroom, and I found that when I just had the shampoo you squeeze out, it goes a whole lot quicker than just the pump one. The pump one, it's like, oh, I only need 2 pumps, and they use it versus like, oh, I poured out too much. So we sometimes would refill them as well. That's just a way to cut back on how much you use. For laundry hampers, if you can do a floor laundry hamper, that's a great thing to have. We always use those basket ones for many, many years that were a little bit, we had the harder ones for a long time, got rid of the lids, those were gone. And then they were a little bit more floppier, thinner, those are good, but those handles would sometimes break if you have a lot of laundry. And so we have had the same fabric bags, they're a little bit stiffer and sturdier for many, many years. And they have a design on them. We lived in the mountains, we live in Florida, things do get mold over time, and I was afraid that if I started bleaching those, putting them out in the sun, it would ruin them. It did not. So once in a while we'll go and spray bleach on them, let them sit in the sun, and it kills all that off on there. And so those have really been helpful. We have been low on space, and we've had to use the mesh ones that hang on the back of the door. That's good too if you have just a few things to have that you can fill in. It just depends on your situation. If you got a lot of people, you might just have to make the space for a hamper specifically. But if not, just stick a little mesh bag on the back of the door. And then after each shower, hang up your towels. If you can do this, hang them over the shower door. That's a good place. If you have a shower bar, hang them over there to dry. If not, install some hooks. If you put them on the back of your door, the door usually gets pushed against the wall. So there's not a lot of airflow in there. So if you can install some hooks in your bathroom that you can that's what we did in our bathroom here. We're like, okay, we have pool and we have we get bathe every day. So we have a place to put our towels to hang up, and also a place to hang our bathing suits to dry. And I have the same thing for my kids. We have them in their tub so that way they hang them up, because otherwise wet bathing suits sitting around are never good. So always think of, what can I do? Where can I hang this? So get yourself some hooks and install them. They're very inexpensive. You can get really nice ones to hang on your wall, but just to hang up, have airflow so they can dry. And just by having an organized bathroom, it just minimizes the stress, saves you time, and has your mornings go much smoother. All right, how about everybody's favorite, cleaning the bathroom? That's probably my most unfavorite task over the years, but it's one thing that I've learned you just have to do. You can probably get away with not cleaning your stove or your, oven out. It'll get dirty and go bad, but like your bathroom, you do not clean your bathroom, it will start smelling, and that is bad. You're gonna want to keep that bathroom clean. So how can you clean your bathroom without wasting time? I'll give you some tips. Okay, what are some things you can do for daily cleaning that take less than 2 minutes every single day? You can do this. You don't have to wait until your bathroom gets so messy and then go, oh, I gotta clean my bathroom. Literally every day. So when you're doing your things in the bathroom, you brush your teeth, don't put your toothbrush in the sink. Put it directly away in the drawer. Same thing with your makeup. When you're done with something, learn to put it away. That's just a life habit. Anything in life, you get something out, put it directly away. If you leave it out, you're gonna have a mess to pick up later. I know myself being older, there's sometimes I'm like, I'll just leave that out. I'll leave that out. Well, then I always have to go back and clean it, and there's always way more. So putting away immediately is a good thing. And then what you can do right away, after you're done in the bathroom, get yourself a paper towel, wipes, whatever you want, a little vinegar, homemade vinegar infused with oranges is a good thing I've learned to make, and it's like really cheap, better than cleaners. Spray down your countertop, wipe it down real quick. Wipe your faucet real quick. Just do a real quick on there, and then go to your toilet. Just keep this lid down, spray it, wipe the top of your toilet. Go behind the back where the lid goes up. Open it up, wipe the seat, wipe the back, and then lift up again and wipe around there real quick. If it's inside dirty, do a little spray in there and just kind of use your toilet brush if you have one to wipe on the inside of your toilet. Just a quick wipe of the toilet around the rim. That's a quick, easy thing. If you gotta do the floor in your shower. If you don't want to clean your shower every day, rinse it down, rinse your tub down. Make sure your liner is rinsed down every single day. What I do, we have all glass shower. I open the door and leave it open to dry in there so that it doesn't breed the moisture in there to make it get more yucky. So make sure you rinse it down while you're in there, and then just leave the door cracked, or rinse your shower curtain off so that it can dry, and then open your shower curtain up all the way versus keeping it shut. Otherwise, there's no way it can dry. Leave it open. Those are quick things you can do for a daily pickup in the bathroom. If your bathroom trash is overflowing, take it out that day and put a new bag in there. Put new bags in the bottom so it's easy. And you have to go, when you go to the trash can, you have to go, oh, I gotta go back and put a bag in, because you'll forget. Keep a couple in the bottom. It saves you a lot of time. That's something that you can do in less than 2 minutes every single morning before you even leave your bathroom. Now, a little more labor intensive is the weekly cleaning of your bathroom. That's gonna take you some time, but if you're prepared, it can go real quick. What I like to do is I like to use a dish scrubber brush in my shower. I leave it in my shower all the time. I've got soap and dish soap. Get some good, better dish soap. Some nice smelling stuff works good. With vinegar mixed into the handle, I leave that in there. You know what I did this morning? I was looking at my door. It's not even my weekly time, but I'm like, oh, it's looking like water, the buildup on the glass. So I sat there and I did that while I was brushing my teeth, while I was enjoying the hot water. And I went through real quick and just kind of scrubbed my shower. It took less than probably 30 seconds to go through and clean it, but that was done. Then it's finished and all done. Another thing you have to do on that weekly is your toilet really well. You can do a daily wipe of your toilet, that's good, but you wanna make sure to get real clean behind, around, all up the sides of the toilet. Make sure inside, up in the rim is all cleaned out, because toilets, unfortunately, they breed bacteria with smell. It's an area where you do some stuff from your bodies in there, and it's gonna stink. So make sure you clean it very well in there, and then come back to your sinks. It shouldn't be too dirty because you've been cleaning it every single day pretty much. So make sure you get real good around the handles, all along the back there, and then wipe your mirrors all off so everything's clean. Wipe your handles off for your towels, wipe off your door handles. Those are just something you can do every single week. And then the floor as well. Sweep your floor, mop your floor, wipe it down real good. Wipe your trash can down. All those little areas you'd be surprised that get dirty and accumulate over time. And a clean bathroom doesn't smell, and it's nice and good, ready for another week. And then also on your weekly cleanup, check your supplies. Check your supplies. I have that written down for my kids to do. Make sure that there's toilet paper in your bathroom, because there's nothing worse than running out of toilet paper. Make sure if your shampoo needs to be restocked, you have another one ready, or your toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever you have to do to restock. You put some water in your shampoo bottle, shake it around, use that up, and then throw it away, and then get the next one. Don't go to the new one until the old one's gone. And remember, a clean bathroom will not smell. So if your bathroom stinks, don't just spray air freshener. Find out what is making it smell and get to that source. Most of the time, probably 90% of the time, it's that toilet. That toilet, especially if you have a male in the home, and there's nothing wrong with males using the toilet, but sometimes, and girls too, but females too, but their urine might get in different spots. So make sure you check that lid. Sometimes you have to take that lid off and clean underneath there. I always like to spray under there and clean really well. all along the sides of the bowl, behind the bowl. Unfortunately, check the walls. Yes, check the walls around the toilet. You'd be surprised the smells. If you got a rug in there, it's gonna smell. So take that off and clean it. If you just clean it very well, you'll have no smells in your bathroom. And then another way, keep your exhaust fan on, especially when you're taking a shower, using that hot steamy water. Turn the exhaust fan on and get that moisture out of your bathroom. What if you don't have an exhaust fan? I've had bathrooms where there's no exhaust fans. Get a small fan and put it in there so it can blow and dry. If you do not, it's going to cause that moisture to breed. Bacteria is going to grow and it's going to smell even worse. So having that fan and the airflow in your bathroom will help. A clean bathroom makes your guests feel comfortable, reduces stress, and makes your home feel fresh and clean. And just by doing a few minutes every day can prevent like a whole lot of headaches later on. Yes. So I've included a free printable below, and it's all about helping your home smell fresh, not just for your bathroom, but for other areas of your home as well. So go get that. That's a free thing. Just download it, print it off, and you'll have something you can add to your little homemaking binder. Just different tips and tricks I learned over the years to help your home smell refreshed. My final thoughts are keeping a bathroom organized, stocked, and clean is a very important part of homemaking. It's a space that you and your family are going to use every single day. So taking a little extra time in that is going to make a huge difference. So I thank you for joining me for this series of Future Homemakers of America. Next week, we'll dive into another area of the home. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments below. And remember, go look in the link below. As always, there's a bunch of freebies linked below. Grab them, download them, print them off, and then you can put them in a binder, and you can have a nice little reference tool that you can look back on and go, okay, this is how I'm going to set this up. So then you go, when you get to the store and go buy all your stuff, you're not going to go, oh, I don't need this, this, and this. Very basic and simple. That's going to be your key. And then you can always buy the extra fluff later on. That's the beautiful thing about homemaking. You start basic. I'm giving you the basics. Does this mean that I have all the basics? No, I have extra because I've been doing this for quite some time. But I've learned that the basics make it just fine. And then you know what? All the extras, it's just fluff and it's extra. Sometimes it's a little more helpful. Those are good things, but I want to get you set up with the basics that you need to set up your home. So, all right, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Join me next week for another area of the home for you to set up. So have a beautiful day. I'll see ya. Bye.